Disability news! Disability news! It's news and views. It's disability news. Hello my wonderful friends and welcome to a brand new video. It's great to be back. It's been a while, I know. Today we are going to be doing a disability news special. Now for many people across the world, a Disneyland vacation is a dream destination. But it is especially popular for people with disabilities, chronic illnesses, and life-limiting conditions. Why is this? Because Disneyland is a happy place, a place of joy, it feels safe, it's incredibly accessible.
Cool. And the wheelchair goes in the first one. There goes the wheelchair. Have a nice ride.
Bye! And incredibly inclusive. So it has always been popular within our community. As you know, we are massive Disney fans. I have been going since the age of 9. I've been as a child in the 90s and I've also been as an adult. If you want to check out our vlogs, you can check them here and you can see for yourself just how amazing and inclusive Disney is, or was. A few weeks ago, Disney announced changes to their Disability Access Service, or DAS Pass. What is the DAS Pass, I hear you cry? It is something that I have used and I have to use as a disabled person navigating Disney. Without it, it would be incredibly hard, it would be incredibly limiting, and it just would not be as comfortable or enjoyable, and questionable as to whether I would book a vacation knowing that it wasn't there. It enables guests with disabilities who struggle to queue for extended periods of time to go to an attraction and get a return time comparable to the standard wait time. For example, if we want to see Jack Sparrow on Pirates of the Caribbean and the wait is 120 minutes, we would get a DAS pass to return to the ride in 120 minutes time, or longer if we wanted to. And that means within that time we can go and rest, sit somewhere air conditioned, and it's a lot more comfortable for people with disabilities. However, out of the blue, one day Disney announced that this is going to change. And it will be only available to people with developmental disabilities such as autism and comparable disabilities. This means people with physical disabilities that are exacerbated in hot temperatures with sun exposure and long wait times won't be eligible. Now, most of Disney World's lines are wheelchair accessible, so as I sit before you in my wheelchair, just using a wheelchair doesn't automatically mean that I would have got the original DAS pass. But because I have underlying health conditions due to my spinal cord injury, that would mean I would qualify for the DAS pass. But under their new rules and regulations, I would not qualify. The new changes for the DAS Pass mean that you have to register remotely. You have to have an interview with a cast member before you go. You will meet with a specially trained cast member, and if needed, Disney have partnered with Inspire Health Alliance, whose expertise may be called upon if needed. DAS passes will last for 120 days rather than the original 60 days, which is great for people who can actually get the DAS pass and have an annual pass. These DAS pass changes will come into effect from the 20th of May for Walt Disney World in Florida and the 18th of June in Disneyland, California. Disney have stated that because of the increasing numbers of people needing the Disability Access Pass and the numbers of people abusing the system, they want to crack down on these numbers, hence they are changing it. But how do you feel about these changes? I feel absolutely horrified that they have completely disregarded a whole demographic of the disability community, or people with chronic illnesses who simply cannot queue, and they would cause suffering upon their condition as well. I'm horrified that Disney would even do this. They can't have had enough disability consultation around this. I feel like this is discrimination, and is this even ADA, Americans with Disability Act, compliant? And it almost feels like, well, you're not disabled enough. But I'm sorry, how disabled do you have to be? Disney are trying to crack down on fraudsters and people faking this, but I mean, if people are stooping that low, they're still gonna find a way. They're still gonna do it. Don't punish genuine people with genuine disabilities for the actions of the non-disabled people. It's just not fair, and it's just not right, and it's just not Disney. In fact, When I told Daisy about this, she said, well, that's not very Disney. In a statement, Disney stated, Disney is dedicated to providing a great experience for all guests, including those with disabilities, which is why we are committed to delivering a wide range of innovative support services aimed at helping guests with disabilities to have a wonderful time visiting our theme parks. At the moment, I just don't feel like I have been even considered in this, and I'm sure a lot of you out there feel like you haven't even been considered. I have seen some speculation online, and I must stress that this is speculation. I haven't seen anything official from Disney itself, but I've heard people saying that people who can't queue because they need to have access to the toilet are going to be able to have toilet passes. But how does that make you feel? Oh, excuse me, sir, can I go to the toilet, please? It may cause friction and discrimination within the queue if people see you, and it's going to add a lot of stress and anxiety. I mean, just thinking about it for myself, having to find a toilet, having to get to the toilet, having to queue for the toilet, then coming back hopefully in time to get to my ride, that causes a lot of stress, and also a lot more energy spent having to try and get to a toilet. Then there has been speculation that disabled people will be able to use the Rider's Switch. Rider's Switch is mainly used for parents with children, so one of them can queue and hold the baby while one rides the ride, and then they can switch, hold the baby, and then they go on the ride, which is a great idea, great for them. But are you telling me that on my amazing Disney vacation that we all spend a lot of money on, Sean has got to go and queue with Daisy, and I've got to be left on my own, split from the party for like 90 minutes while they queue for the ride, and then I have to switch for them and ride on my own? I mean, that feels so unfair as a person with a disability. Some people have argued that disabled people will just have to buy Genie Plus and Lightning Lanes. Genie Plus is a paid-for service offered by Disney at their theme parks, which allows any guests to enjoy access to Lightning Lane entrances for certain attractions. This can work out very costly and is definitely a luxury for those who can afford it. Makes me wonder, is Disney's crackdown on the DAS Pass a twisted money-making strategy? Pretty disgusting when Disney boasts they are worth $200 billion. Speaking of $200 billion companies, this change could set a dangerous example, enabling other large corporate organizations to disregard accommodations for disabled minorities without consequence. Another thing that really upsets me about this is there are many children who have life-limiting conditions, and many of these children use Disney as their make-a-wish to go to Disneyland. And I know, I'm getting emotional thinking about it actually. I'm very emotional at the moment, sorry. That when I came out of hospital when I was 9, I went to Disney as a child after what had happened to me with my family, and it was just the most magical memory that we have. Oh God. And to think that there are children out there who may have life-limiting conditions who won't be eligible for the DAS Pass to enjoy Disney with their family is heartbreaking. It may seem silly that I'm crying about this, and I know that there are huge issues in the world. Sometimes you have to concentrate on other things to stop yourself from getting so upset about the other stuff that's going on in the world, which is why I've just condensed this video into one topic. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is there any glimmer of hope? Is there anything on the horizon that's gonna come up? And Disney gonna be like, oh, hang on, people with physical disabilities that can't queue. I don't know. However, I have made a wonderful friend named Jamie, who is Adventures by Jamie on Instagram. I would love for you to go and check out her page. She is a Florida resident, I believe, and she books Disney vacations a lot for people with disabilities, and she also spends a lot of time in the parks on the ground. So we have eyes and ears on the ground. And she did say that she went to Epcot and she spoke to cast members, and she mentioned that she's a wheelchair user. That on its own would not let her have the DAS pass because all of the lines are wheelchair accessible. However, she has a heart condition and she has been fitted with a defibrillator. Having those medical equipment on her, they said yes, that would still entitle you to have the new DAS pass because it's dangerous for your health. It's speculation at the moment. She was talking to cast members who haven't necessarily been trained in the new DAS pass system, but it could be a glimmer of hope. As I said, Jamie books Disney World vacations for people with disabilities a lot. Her advice at the moment is to make sure you try and apply for the DAS pass if you can. Have your remote interview with the cast member and explain why you cannot wait in a conventional queue and what your condition is and how that affects you. I found a very interesting blog post to help you if you do have a Disney World vacation booked and you are freaking out a little bit, which I can completely sympathize with. Consider using these phrases. Condition X is why waiting in line is hard. I experience X when I wait or my child waits in line for long periods of time. It would be helpful for me to wait outside the line because X, Y, Z. Definitely worth a try for sure. Some people are saying that people with disabilities should have to show doctor's notes and show proof when they are applying for the DAS pass, and me personally, I am all for that. When we went to Disneyland Paris, that's exactly what I had to do, and their DAS pass service works incredibly well. In fact, it's better than the original Florida DAS pass in my opinion. And I mean, there have been lots of things going on in my mind, like it just doesn't seem real that Disney would do this, just forget a whole demographic of disabled people. And I also feel, and obviously this is speculation and this is my own opinion, like, is this some weird PR stunt that's gone wrong? The glimmer of hope within me is that Disney haven't announced all of their information yet. And I just hope that more information is to come because it will make Disney very, very hard for a lot of people. What is really important to note is there is a group of people who are calling themselves the DAS Defenders. They have started a petition that they're going to be sending to Disney to plead our cases. Basically speak on behalf of all of us, but we must sign this petition. I will leave a link in the pinned comment. I will leave a link in the description. I'm sharing it on my socials. Please, please share it, share it, share it. There aren't enough signatures at the moment. We need more. It's a sad day for Disney lovers with disabilities, if you ask me. But make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because whenever there is any more information, I will try my best to get it to you as quickly as possible. Also, don't forget to follow Jamie because she has a few connections and she's on the ground in Florida as we speak. So my wonderful friends, thank you so much for watching. I'm really sorry about the news. And let me know your thoughts in the comments, how you're feeling about this, how it may affect you. Let me know if you have any information that I haven't sourced that could be of use to anybody. And hopefully together we can come together and make our voices heard and make a change so that people can enjoy Disney for the magic that it really is. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye!